Yes. Franz. I'm going right to
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner over 21.5 points over 3 to 4 games to start the season. Over the last two versus the Pistons have not looked good, particularly defensively to start the year, which is kind of crazy. But I do like him today. One thing I would worry about is if who guards who, right? Between Tobias Harris and Ausar Thompson, does Ausar go to Banchero or does Ausar go to Wagner? I still think Wagner can get enough, give me over 21.5 points. Onyeka Okongwu over 8.5 rebounds for the Atlanta Hawks. Now, he's got double-digit rebounds over in the last 2 games. Nets are in the middle of the league of rebounds allowed per game, so that means he's got to board. 8+ rebounds in his last 5 matchups versus the Nets. And if you really look at Onyeka, if I'm not mistaken, he had a really good playoff in that couple of games with Atlanta. I think he can do some things. Onyeka Okongwu over 8.5 rebounds. Rui Hachimura over 1.5 made threes, 2+ made threes in 3 to 4 games this year. Other game was a dud. Remember, last year, 5-game series versus Timberwolves, 4 out of 5 games, Rui Hachimura hit over 1.5 made threes. Plays.
I'm going to stop you there. I love Rui tonight. Everyone's been on Austin Reeves. He's been fantastic. At what point, because Reeves' prop now is up to 29.5 and Rui stayed around 15.5 points. At what point is Reeves' prop too high?
It's just about there.
I feel like you're going to bet one or the other. Rui's number is a better bet.
Well, what I would do is, I'm also thinking about this. If I'm Finch, right, I'm loading up the lane. I'm blitzing, or we call it either blitzing or hotting every ball screen with Austin Reeves, means I double it, get it out of there. Hachimura is in that corner 3. That's why I like Hachimura. Not because of what Austin Reeves isn't doing, but what he is doing. I expect teams to load up on him. That number, just because he maybe can get to 30 if the other guys aren't scoring, which is DeAndre Ayton and Hachimura. I'm banking on them being a little bit better tonight. Particularly
how have you liked Ayton recently? He's been crushing it on the boards without LeBron and Luka.
Which guy?
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, denominating. I mean, listen. I was the president and founder of the DeAndre Ayton fan club. I will be completely honest with you. But
you had a MySpace page.
In my MySpace or wherever you want to look at it, TikTok, whatever. What do the kids use? Snapchat. That's what they call it. Snapchat. Yeah, I'm a big fan of DeAndre Ayton. Listen, at the end of the day, Ariel, this is his last chance. If he doesn't do it this year in LA, he's going to be I wouldn't say out of the league, but this is his last chance to be a front court player that could score and do some things. And I firmly expect him, if he plays right, DeAndre Ayton could be a 15-10 guy for the Lakers, even when LeBron comes back.
He should be a 15-10 guy because that's what he's getting paid to do. Julius Randle is big in the chat today. Since the start of the show, a lot of people have been saying they've been loving Julius Randle so far this year. What have you seen out of Randle, and how would you play Randle tonight?
Well, Julius has been pretty good. I'm going to go to my trusted Props.Cash app. If you don't have Props.Cash, please download it today. I think Ariel has a code.
Prop Queen.
Prop Queen, please use the code. So I'm going to go ahead and talk my boy and Julius Randle. By the way, shout out to Julius Randle. He openly said that he was probably smoking too much weed back in New York, and he has been such a better player.
Shocker.
Since then.
Keep your body healthy, and then you do better. Shocker.
Yes. So let's go to NBA here. Let me take this out.
I'll pull up some Julius Randle as well.
Mine's going a little slow. This is why JY has technology, and he goes from the computer to the iPad, because sometimes.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, what do you got?
I'll share the screen. Julius Randle, Props.Cash. Nope, that's your props, and we'll get to the sides in a minute. Why are we? There we are. Okay, so Julius Randle's at 20. Why are we frozen?
See, it wasn't just me.
You were frozen too?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe Props.Cash is down.
Oh.
That's sad. I think Props.Cash is down. Yours is slow too, right?
Yeah, mine's slow. I'm going to go in through another way. No, but listen.
Okay. Let's just
well, really quick. Julius Randle has to take on a lot more of the scoring load Obviously, folks, with Anthony Edwards being out for 2 weeks, and this is someone that obviously can play, a lot of ISO ball. Julius Randle. And I have another way. I'm going to see if I can pull up Randle here so I can kind of walk everybody through what I think about Julius. All right, so Julius Randle, you're looking at.
J-Main says he's gone over his points prop every game.
Yeah, it's looking at 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You're looking at 29.5 points plus assists. Points prop looking at 24.5. You kind of look at it. He went over his points prop. He went under 24.5, but went over his points prop, which was 22.5. So it's gone up 2 points since the last game. 2 games before that, he had 31, and then he had the Lakers for 26. I would take a look at Randle because if you got 26 with Ant in the lineup, getting 24.5 without Ant seems like a play. Julius Randle should be on your card tonight as well. Good call.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, we're going Julius Randle. And then you like the Rockets -5.5. I love the Rockets. I know people were a little down because of no Van Vliet. However, the Rockets are taking on the Toronto Raptors tonight in Toronto. How come you're laying the points? Clearly, Mark also, by the way, wanted to do this whole Toronto parlay, but clearly coach is anti the Toronto parlay, Mark.
Yeah, well, I go Blue Jays. I'll tell you that much. Rockets -5.5. Listen, they did not get off to a great start in the year, but that last one winning by 28 points. Toronto's come a little bit back to the pack. They were so impressive opening night with their road win at Atlanta. But I think Houston's a better team. They swept the season series last year. They're going to get going. I'm going to take Houston -5.5. You know what? Not look good as well is Boston. I know they won their last game, but Cleveland -3.5 seems like a layup to me. When I look at Cleveland, I think they're the better team. And the biggest deficiency with Boston is their front court play with Boucher and Queta. And then you have obviously Evan Mobley and obviously Jarrett Allen in the front court, and then DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench. That's a lot of length in that lineup that I don't think Boston's going to be able to contend with. Give me the Cavs -3.5. And then lastly, I'm going with the Fighting Chaunceys. The Blazers on the money line tonight.
Fighting Chaunceys. My
dude,
group chat name in my one of my gambling group chats is what's it called today? They change the name all the time. It's called Chauncey's Defense Fund.
Okay, all right. And by the way, people are saying that the spread is down. Joey Rod says -2 for the Cavs. If the Cavs are now money line, just take a money line. Anytime it's 2.5 or less, I just go money line. That's why it's the Blazers on the money line, because I saw earlier today when I looked, the Blazers were 3-point favorites. That's why I went money line about -146 or so. But they're looking at, people are saying in the chat too, no Jakob Poeltl. If no Jakob Poeltl is in the lineup, that's going to obviously hurt them in the rebounding battle with Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun. So that'd be another reason why you should look at Houston. But I am big on Portland. I'm really big on Portland. I know they're 2-2.
You've been big on them since preseason.
They've had a difficult schedule to start the year, but they've got 2 wins. I just like this team. I think Thiago Splitter will do a good job. They have a wealth of talent. I know people are going to look at that Utah game opener when they throttled the Clippers. Did you see the Clippers last night? When they played Golden State, it was on the second leg of a back-to-back and won by 30. There's things got to be figured out there with the Clippers. I'm not believing Utah at all. I'm fading them like the Chicago Sky. Give me the Blazers on the money line tonight.
Fading like the Chicago Sky. Coach, thank you so much. Tell everybody about the new shows that you've got coming up and what times and where they can find it.
Yeah, so Pro Basketball Today always tapes on Monday afternoons. It'll be released on Tuesday on Sports Grid at 4:30, wherever you watch Sports Grid on TV. It will be released via podcast form, Apple, Spotify, Audio Boom. That comes out usually Monday nights. I'm actually now recording College Basketball Today. That is filming right now, and then that will come out tomorrow, same time, 4:30 release time on Sports Grid. Then you can get it where you can find it. But it's going to be a little bit different, guys. It is no gambling talk. It's basically my talk, my thoughts on everything on the world of basketball. I can just tell you, expect some big guests. Within the next couple of weeks, Ian Begley from SNY, possibly Stan Van Gundy's coming on, Michelle Beadle's coming on, John Fanta may be coming on, Jeff Goodman may be coming on, Tim Capstraw, radio voice of the Brooklyn Nets, are coming on. So look for that as a little bit of a different way of getting me more as a coach and me telling you my thoughts with some heavy-hitting guests as we go through the season.
Coach James Young. Follow him over at Coach Young and Jay on social media. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for coming on, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.